I know you're planning on leaving. I know you look for a better man, so you never feel like you need me. Feel like you need me. I mean, it's hard for me. I feel like I'm losing a part of me. You haven't been acting the same, and lately you don't even tell me you're proud of me. Baby, you gotta be. You oughta be.
Yeah, ready? Hello, and welcome to our third interview. This time, we are thrilled to introduce our listeners to Farai, the otherwise known as AKA King Sway. Hello, give it up.
He's a hip-hop artist from Canada, Newfoundland. You were not originally from Canada, correct? I thought maybe you could tell us a bit about your home country and why you moved to Canada. And quickly, because our cat is coming.
I am originally from Zimbabwe, the breadbasket of Africa, as it was formerly known, and I moved to Canada to do my degree in business and found fulfilled my passion for music while I was here.
Yay, that's so exciting. So you actually found your music boom started during COVID.
Oh yeah, that's true. COVID was probably one of the best years for me as an artist. Sad to say. 2019, just after the pandemic hit and things shut down. This was like March. I was mid-semester and suddenly I could go home. They gave me a pass on all my courses. Wasn't complaining about that. And then a month or two into it, I ran out of things to watch on Netflix and finally decided to actually try and do something productive. And I wrote a song in the middle of the night. And after I finished it, I threw a couple edits on there, pretending like I knew what I was doing. I was just dragging and dropping presets. I was like, wow, I like that. And then did that for a couple of days. Then I had a concept and it kind of just progressed from there. The pieces just fell together.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's lovely to hear of, COVID or that sort of, that sort of quiet time being something that, you found really useful in your life.
Maybe for our listeners at home, they probably know us either through hiking or through music. Like they're the sort of two types of people who follow our music. And on the music side, we're talking a lot of acoustic instruments and we're talking a lot of dorks playing fiddles, accordions, guitars, and harps. So when you say I'm dragging presets in and I'm playing with tracks, maybe we could do some explaining because you are a hip-hop artist, right? And would you say a producer as well?
I would say a self-proclaimed producer. So as to not offend the actual producers out there.
Well, I proclaim you.
Yourself.
I proclaim you as a producer. So now you're twice proclaimed.
So presets is basically like when you're editing, the software comes with pretty much predetermined output. So it might say this is for female vocals, this is male vocals. I'm like, I'm a male, drag that. And then they're like, this is for pop, this is for rap. I'm like, rap, drag that. They're like, to quiet the vocals, yep, want them quiet.
Can you talk us just a little bit about your love of rap and hip hop, what it means for you?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, for me, music has always been how I cope with the thoughts that I have in my head. And I think it became more so that after my grandfather passed in 2017, and I kind of didn't have an outlet for those kinds of emotions. I'm not really the let's sit down and talk it out kind of person. So I found myself now just writing all these songs and recording them. And it gave me a sense of fulfillment, especially when people heard them and they related to it. So that's what led me to the album I was telling, the COVID album, which is titled Daydreaming. It was a collection of, the sad, relatable moments, because I think that music is supposed to express your journey in life, So as much as we have happy moments, we have sad moments too, and being able to share and express those vulnerable moments with other people kind of brings us all closer together. And that's what music is for me. It's my way of building relationships with people I've never met.
Wow.
A really beautiful answer.
After I said that, I was like, damn, that was cringy.
I wanted to ask about I guess how you got into music, you know, maybe when you started identifying as a musician, and yeah, early days for Farai.
I think I first got into music in my single digit years. That's when I was writing my first songs. Started out as a singer, and I wrote a love song for my long lost girlfriend at the time. I mean, I was probably 7 or 8, hadn't seen or heard from her in a couple of years.
We can relate.
And and I figured, why not? So in the middle of class, this tune came to me. I ignored my teacher and I just started writing down the lyrics. And I remember singing it for my parents, and they just looked at me like. But I'll give it to them. They didn't discourage me. From then I dabbled in a bit of poetry, and then after going to high school, my friends were now more experimenting into hip hop, and I heard this one song by Akon and Lil Wayne and other artists, but those are the two memorable ones for me, and that sparked my love for hip hop. I spent years writing terrible rap, rhyming euros and bureaus.
Euros and bureaus?
I know.
Can we come up with some other money rhymes? Like, what rhymes with pesos? That's like,
Jeff Bezos.
I wondered if you might be able to give us a little more insight into your lyrics and what you write about.
Oh yes, of course. I write about personal experience, whether it's things that I've lived through or things that people really close to me have gone through. So I write about loss in terms of like death of a loved one, relationships, and I also try and twist, kind of find new twists on it. So rather than write about how every time I was hurt, I write about when I hurt as well. The things that in my long life I've learned. It's been a long 23 years. Can you imagine? That's 2.5 decades almost of mistakes. I know.
So I thought we could try out a fun game where you're gonna put on a beat and we're gonna send you a Shakespearian insult, and you're gonna try and rap it to the beat. This is from Henry IV, Part 1, Act 2, Scene 4, and we've got a devastating insult for you to try. So I guess when you're ready, play the beat and give it a go.
Misery likes company, they say. That trunk of humor, that bold hatch of beastliness, that soul imparcel the dropsy, that huge bombardment of sack, that stuffed close with bag of nuts, that roasted maggots off, put in his belly, reverse vice, that grey iniquity, the father ruffian, that vanity in years. Yeah, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? Oh, God.
That was so cool.
Beastliness. That was such a setup.
We have another one for you, if you don't mind. This is one of my choice. Oh, actually, is that okay?
Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea.
My choice, and this is for, well, you may have heard the song. It's called Waltzing Matilda. It's a very Australian classic.
It's like the Australian unofficial national anthem.
Yeah, and the lyrics are by Banjo Patterson.
Classic Australian poet.
Okay. Down came a jumper to drink that billabong. I jumped the swaggin' and grabbed him with glee. And he sang as he stole that jambuck and he's tucker back. You come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing Matilda. You come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he stole that jam in his tucker bag. I messed that up, but it's okay. It's okay, because you come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Yeah!
Well, thank you so much for coming along and being a great sport and telling us all about your music. And like I was saying, we really look forward to collaborating with you. And I think Mickey's got something to to finish us off.
Do you have any requests? How do we get out of here?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
You gotta go out with the bang. You get him, boy.
Oh, I've loved that one.